Heartland is Ubisoft's new free-to-play spin-off from the Division universe. Very little has been shared from the studio, but industry insider Tom Henderson has been sharing information that has been assisting in keeping the interest alive. Previously, he has provided information on Heartland that has at least given some sort of insight on the type of game we'll be seeing released, hopefully sometime soon. Heartland is based in the small town setting of Silver Creek in the state of New York. Much like the base games, there will be a base of operations where players can customize loadouts, matchmake for lobbies, sell previously extracted loot, buy upgrades and new weapons. There will be classes that can be chosen from that will provide unique talents and perks, like Weapon Expert, Medic, and Survivalist. Previously, we had been told about two game modes, Storm and Excursion. Excursion is a PvE mode pitting players against AI. It has been described as a way to prepare agents for the Storm mode. The description provided says, explore alongside other friendly agents to prepare the world for the incoming storm. Storm is essentially the same thing, but it is PvEVP. Players should recognize this from the dark zone that is present in both the Division and its sequel. However, in the last day or so, there have been further updates released. Heartlands will now feature 4 game modes: Excursion, Storm, Nightfall, and Hunt. As stated earlier, Excursion is a PvE mode that is aimed at getting you prepared for Storm. In this mode, players need to scavenge, loot, explore, and survive against enemy AI, with the objective of extracting from the map via helicopter. Storm, Heartland's flagship game mode. This is pretty much Excursion, except with other players, as well as AI. Teams are composed of 3 players, where they can explore, loot, and scavenge the large open world map. The gameplay could be compared to Escape from Tarkov or Hunt Showdown, where the goal is to survive, loot, and extract from Silver Creek to your base of operations. The aim is to earn more powerful gear to take on greater challenges. As there are other players about, these upgrades will help you be better prepared for these encounters. The map is a large open world, where players can explore and find loot dotted throughout. Much like the Division, you'll find loot in 5 different rarities: grey, green, blue, purple, and gold. Another feature of the map that is relatively common in these BR-style games is the release of deadly gas around the map. This could be the virus, similar to the contaminated areas that we find in the base game, or perhaps it could be something like DC-62, which was released in Washington DC. However, rather than spreading from the outside of the map and slowly creeping in, these contaminated areas can pop up anywhere. In order to avoid being downed by this, players can craft gas mask filters in order to survive gas-ridden areas. Nightfall is a third Heartland mode that is an objective-based PvE mode. Just like with Storm, players need to loot up, survive, and extract to your base of operations. Nightfall, however, is a little different, with added layers to increase the difficulty of the mode. This mode requires players to complete objectives throughout the playthrough. Some of these objectives include deploying beacons, tracking down targets, and collecting agent data. Unlike Storm, players cannot extract with a helicopter, and instead need to extract via an extraction point on foot at the edge of the map. The catch? Players cannot extract from Silver Creek at nightfall, and need to survive the night against the AI, called vultures. Sadly, not too much is known about Hunt, but sources have suggested that this mode is more PvP based, with no AI on the map. In addition to these new modes, sources have confirmed several other key details, including that the Division Heartland will feature crossplay. Also, the inventory and gear system has had a huge overhaul, making it more familiar to what we're used to in the Division 1 and 2. I mean, this is a free-to-play game, and a lot of PvE players have stated that they have absolutely no interest in this, because it has been stated that this is primarily focused on PvP. But with this news update, there are now a couple of PvE options out there, and it's free. So if you're a fan of the franchise, what do you have to lose in trying it out? I'm personally waiting to see how this will expand on the universe, especially from a lore point of view, and if it doesn't, I'm sure I'll be able to fill in the gaps. Either way, I'll be jumping in to give it a go. Yes, obviously being free to play, there will be a bunch of microtransactions, and I know this is a dirty word and all, but the other games have shown that they focus more around vanity items, rather than pay-to-win options. So until I'm shown otherwise, I'm not concerned about this. Anyway, this was just a quick update. As I've stated before, any work going into the expansion of the Division universe, I'm happy. So fingers crossed we have something good coming with Heartland. Thanks for watching. Cheers!